5 top-rated tourist attractions in Rhode Island. For such a small state, Little Rhodey is packed with some of New England's most popular tourist attractions. Newport, America's best-known playground for the super-rich in the halcyon days of the early 20th century, is the state's major draw, with its fabled mansions built to rival, and often imitate, the grand palaces of European royalty. But Providence, too, is filled with the history of an earlier period, when its merchants grew rich on the slave trade and other lucrative commerce. Add miles of beautiful beaches. Rhode Island has an extensive shoreline, a rich industrial history, and an idyllic island, and you'll see why Rhode Island should be on any New England itinerary. You and your family will find lots of places to go and things to do in our video of the top tourist attractions in Rhode Island. Number 5. The Elms, Newport. Philadelphia coal magnate Edward J. Berwind commissioned his mansion to be based on the mid-18th century Chateau d'Asnières, near Paris. Completed in 1901, the Berwind summer home was embellished with Venetian paintings and furnished in French antiques from the period of the chateau it was modeled after. Tours reveal details about the staff that was responsible for maintaining the house and about the building's technical systems. Be sure to allow time to visit the restored classical revival gardens, especially the lower gardens, which feature fountains, a sunken garden, and marble pavilions. Number 4. Waterfire, Providence. The 4-acre Waterplace Park and Riverwalk border the Woonasquatucket River as it winds through Down City, Providence. Several times during the spring, summer, and fall, the city celebrates this river, which until late in the 20th century, was completely covered by roadways. More than 100 bonfires are lit in large iron pans in the river's center, and kept blazing throughout the evening, as residents and tourists stroll along the brick riverside walkways and footbridges. Street performers, vendors, and world music highlight these family-friendly celebrations. Number 3. Roger Williams Park Zoo, Providence. Despite its history as one of the country's oldest zoos, Roger Williams Park Zoo is an outstanding example of modern zoo design and ethics. Largely cage-free, the zoo is a place where animals live in environments as close as possible to their native habitat and where visitors can see them with a minimum of visible barriers. In the 40-acre zoo, they can watch snow leopards, zebras, alligators, wildebeest giraffes, elephants, kangaroos, red pandas, and dozens more native and exotic creatures, in a setting that encourages kids and adults to learn more about them, their habits, and their habitat. Because of its kid-friendly atmosphere and the number of things to do here, Rogers Williams Park Zoo is one of Rhode Island's most popular places to go for families. The 435-acre park also contains a botanical center, with New England's largest public indoor display garden, the Museum of Natural History, a planetarium, and a carousel. Address: 1000 Elmwood Avenue, Providence, Rhode Island. Number 2. Cliff Walk, Newport. Despite past efforts of mansion owners on the preferred ocean side of Bellevue Avenue to close off access, Newport's Cliff Walk has remained a public walking path since the days when the great palaces were at their prime. The pathway along the rocky shore provides walkers with views of breakers crashing on the rocks below, as well as the mansion's gardens and sea-facing facades above, and is one of the most popular and free things to do in Newport. The Cliff Walk begins well before the breakers, the first major mansion it skirts, and after 3.5 miles, it passes by Rough Point, at the end of Bellevue Avenue. The exotic tea house at Marble House stands just above the path. Number 1. The Breakers, Newport. Newport's most celebrated and showiest Gilded Age mansion was built by Cornelius Vanderbilt in 1895, and reflects the unimaginable wealth of the Vanderbilt family. The Italian Renaissance summer cottage has 70 rooms, including a grand 3-story dining room, and was built using imported French and Italian marble and alabaster. Ceiling paintings, mosaics, marble columns, fine wood paneling, and carved stucco decorate its rooms lavishly and ostentatiously, as was intended by the Vanderbilts, who never risked being outdone by their wealthy competitors. Subscribe to our channel for more similar videos.